Hello and welcome to the trade deadline slash draft video here, and I guess All-Star break as well, I should say. The All-Star rosters have been announced. We'll go to the prospects game first. Come on. There we go. The futures game. Just kind of quickly, slowly, medium speed scrolling through. Colorado. Luciano, he made it for us. That's good. Anybody else? One more quick sweep through. No. And then it looks like this guy, Marcelo Perez, did good. I mean, he should. He's 25 years old. Oh, my. And then the, what's it called? The All-Star game. Again, going through pretty slow. Who the heck is Taylor Dullard? Good for him. Doing good. Taylor Dullard. And here are the other guys, again, going somewhat slow. This is the AL. Adley Rutschman doing good. And in the NL, we got Hayden Mullins, so that's very nice to see. We got him right there. Any relievers? No. Obviously no catchers, because Drew Romo has been just absolutely dismal from the plate. We'll get onto that a little later. Whit Merrifield, he makes it. Zach Veen makes it. Juan Soto makes it. So overall, a good showing in the All-Star teams, in the All-Star game, I should say. And now we have the draft. I should say the home run challenge. Joey Gallo, he got that one. So good for him. He beat Bryce Harper. Looks like in a 20. I think it's at a 21-20 last round finish. Now you see Reese McGuire. He's our starting catcher. Tomas Nido is our backup. Why is that, you say? Isn't Drew Romo the guy? Drew Romo has been horrendous this year, and he is showing it with his ratings. They are falling. They were in the 50s, right? The 40s. Yeah, he cannot hit right now. If you look, 1-1-25. So at the beginning of this year, 50 contact with 55 potential power, 55 with 50 potential eye, 35 with 40 potential. Now you look at him, right? His eye, discipline, it's at 30 with 30 potential. His contact's at 45. His power is at 50, right? Not supposed to get better. His defense is great, and I love having it. But with a 5.46 OPS, I just can't excuse having him up on the big leagues. So I have him sent down right now, hoping he does a bit better, builds up his confidence, and gets back to it. The NFL, the MLB draft is now, we have the 10th pick. The OSA mock draft has us pulling in Christian Robbins with that pick. First pick is Detroit. They won the lottery. Gotta go to default for this one. It looks like, hold on, go all players. Pitching is obviously weak as always because of development. I want to see there be like a really good pitcher. Maybe what I'll do, in fact, I'll do it right now, is I'm gonna go here. Maybe they fixed it, and I'm gonna let pitchers, or I guess draft eligible players, develop. Where is it that is? Incorporate real life stats, scouting accuracy. Maybe it's players. Maybe it is players. Disable development for draft eligible players. I'm gonna do that, and I'll see what happens. If there's a lot of draft, like, of MLB ready rookies next year, stinks for me, I guess, right? I mean, I can check. Hold on. 2026. Top guys. All hitters. Yeah, 2027. Probably going to be all hitters. All hitters again, except for this guy, Amir Abrams. 2028. Yeah, all hitters. I think if I let guys develop, that'll give them more potential to be some more stud type pitchers than just these bad pitchers. So that's what I'm going to do. Now let's actually get into the real draft. Let me know if you think that's a good idea or a bad idea. Maybe they patched it, but you can't just keep letting pitching get worse and worse and hope a few guys develop very well, even from mid to maybe a little above mid pitchers into stars. I don't think that's sustainable in an OOTP game like this. Here's the first pick. It's going to be Tony. We'll simulate to our pick, and I'll show you who I'm going to select. Our first pick is going to be Nate Adams. He's clearly the best player in the draft available where we are. Bonus demand, $260,000. That's it. We're going to take that every day of the month. So now second round, I will come back with this pick. We're going to take Nelson Arredondo. It doesn't matter. He can hit. That's all that matters. We're going to take him next. Our next pick in the fourth round is going to be the Swedish Dominic Scheffler. I guess on-screen version is going to be one Dylan Adkins. He can hit. He's a pitcher. Going to bring him in, meet his demand, and finish out the draft on my own. The trade deadline has concluded, and your Colorado Rockies are 65-50, so a very good record, coming off the heels of a 10-game win streak followed by a 3-game losing streak, but now we're currently on a 4-game winning streak. It was a pretty silent deadline except for one move. We picked up Devin Williams in exchange for Michael Toglia, and they retained Williams' contract, so we're paying him $0 to play for us, which is very nice. And the only reason I made this move is because I think we needed a shutdown reliever, a guy that I can feel confident in the playoffs, because I do expect us to be there, in the playoffs, shutting down games, getting us wins, and not having to worry about it. And I think AJ Minter is very, very good, but I mean, the more the merrier, and we really didn't give up much for him. If you look at the wild card right now, it's very tight. We have it by 1 game. So the playoffs, they are not a guarantee. We're tied with the Marlins, right? So if we lose and the Marlins lose, we're still in it, I believe. Yeah, it's a super, super close race. We just got to keep winning, keep collecting W's, and we got the Marlins right here, so that'll be a big series for us when it comes to the playoffs. So I'm going to simulate up to that series, and we'll see where we're at. The Rockies and the Marlins have the exact same record, so this is a massive series. There has been stuff that has gone on, though, in the organization. Zico Tovar, fractured thumb, out 3 to 4 weeks. So what this did was this caused us to go into panic mode because we don't have anybody at shortstop behind him, really. So Mauricio Dubon is the starter. Oswaldo Cabrera, who has a sore elbow, is up, right? We brought him up injured. Jackie Bradley Jr. is very quickly declining with his hitting. Like, he's really starting to fall off. So I called up Odubel Herrera, who actually can defend the outfield pretty well on both sides. He has the potential to do it. So I figured I'll bring him up. I signed him maybe around a month ago as a free agent because he has good hitting numbers. So I have Odubel Herrera. And what I'm also trying to do is, because of all this stuff with Tovar, I have a few offers out. One to Johan Camargo, who really can't play shortstop, but it doesn't hurt giving him an offer. This guy, Pete Grinter, looks somewhat interesting. Can't really hit, but there's stuff where it's like, maybe. If he develops that 45, right? Because there's some guys you can just kind of see it. He was very good for the Australian Baseball League. If he can develop that 40 to 45 contact, right, and have that 55 avoid Ks, he can survive in the MLB. Our first game is going to be against Jake Eder, who is a very good prospect for Miami right now. Pretty much MLB ready in real life. And we win 8-5. Check that box score. You see a 4-run ninth inning. So we came back late. We were down 5-4 and came back. Who was that was injured? Or something. We had some news. What did I miss? Is someone injured or ready to be uninjured or uninjured? I don't know. It's fine, I guess. Second game is gonna waivers. Sean Jelly, gotta take him off. Waivers, claimed him, waived him. Classic. Because I like bringing in pitcher depth, and I brought him in. One of the guy one other guy in. Ricky Apotica is doing good in AAA. Drew Romo is not hitting well in AAA. I still will probably call him up in September. Second game now, it's against Rogers, who's another beast. The Miami pitching staff is just incredible. Oh, it's taken so long because it's loading. 1964, Tony Olivia, yeah. Minnesota Twins hit .323, making the first rookie with the batting title, a feat not duplicated until 2001 when Ichiro did it with the Mariners, to get the MVP Rookie of the Year that year, and they won like 116 games. They were very good that year, that 01 team. Second game of the series, taking forever. We lose 4-3. Can we take this series and sole possession of second place in the wild card? The answer is yes, in 11 innings. Wow. Again, a comeback. So it was tied 3-3 after we put up 2 runs in the 8th. And then in the 11th inning, they put up 2 runs. So it's probably, you're thinking it's over. 5-3. You're done. Nah, we put up 3 runs in Miami. So we win that series. What a huge win of the series. Let's go to the end of the month, and hopefully the momentum from this series keeps going. At the end of August, we are 82-62. We went on a little bit of a losing skid here, losing 6 in a row, but we came back winning 4 out of our next 5. 82-62 again. Looking at the pennant chase. And then that's weird. I don't know. That's a lot of numbers. Let's just look at standings. Normal standings. The Dodgers, they've been monsters. They secured the division. They're the only team in baseball to have already secured the division. But we right now are tied with all 3 teams in the wild card as the top wild card. So right now we're the top wild card. Then it's the Braves with 82 wins. And San Diego with 82 wins, as Miami has taken over the Braves because the Braves have been struggling a lot as of late. The next team is 4 games out, then after that is 7. So I'm pretty confident right now with where we are at. Now you do see, though, Washington, that's who we're against. Look at the team that's 4 games out, Washington. So let's watch this series live here. Today's the roster expansion. We brought up a reliever, and we brought up Alex Kirilloff. I have to make sure I did bring up the reliever. Hold on. How many guys? 28 guys. Who's it that I brought up? Oh, wait. We brought up Apotica. He's not a reliever. What am I talking about? First game today. See it right there. Versus Romero. Okay. Load. 16-8 victory. Smashed him. Second one now. It's loading. 8-0 victory. Smashed him. Ezekiel Tovar. What do we want to do here? Love the stash. Big stash, too. I don't want to put him back on the bigs immediately. Yeah, immediately. Nah. How about this LA series at home? I will probably recall him there. Was the minor league season over yet? I don't know. We lost that game to the Nationals, now just simming through today versus San Francisco. It's a win, 5-4. So, looking at standings now, we have sole possession of first. Meanwhile, it's Atlanta and San Diego. Nationals are still 4 games out, so that's very solid for us. I'm happy with how they're doing now. Let's go Albuquerque. Yeah, Albuquerque still got games. So what am I talking about? So yeah, we're going to go to the Dodgers series, and that's where I will call Tovar back up. This game against San Francisco, we lose it. Let's go one more game. Actually, no, it's going to save here, so kind of a shame that I decided right here is where I'd go one more game. Watching baseball under the lights is like observing dogs indoors at a pedigree show. In both instances, the environment is too controlled, too sweet the species. Or is that spicy? I don't know. I can't read. Melvin Maddox. Another loss there. This Arizona game now. Let's see if we can pick up a win. My whole thing is winning series. My goal is to win the series. Still losing though, so 3 losses in a row. Not panicking. It starts to get bad after around like 5 or 6. That was the 4th loss straight. We'll go one more game here, and then we'll bring Tovar back and probably sim to the end of the year unless it gets really close and we start falling out. Really want to take this. We do 6-1. So we look at the standings. San Diego has taken back over and okay, we're fine. The Braves and the Marlins are tied, so one of them will take first, the other will take the wild card. We're 3 games ahead of the Nationals. I'm going to go to the end of the season, and we'll see if we make it. Yeah. The regular season is over, and your Colorado Rockies have made the 2025 playoffs with a record of 91-71. I am incredibly happy with how the team performed this year. It really came together. I've not made the playoff roster yet. I assume it probably won't be too different from what we have right now. Kevin Abel, that was the guy that I got off waivers earlier in the video. Couldn't remember the name, but yeah, the playoff roster probably not going to be too different from the real life one, or not the real life, the regular season one. Let's look at the numbers. Okay, Hayden Mullins, he was our top guy. Very happy with how Hayden did this year. 3.61 ERA, 3.17 FIP, WHIP, very solid, 1.21. 252 Ks, Ks to 9, Ks per 9 I'm very happy about. Ks to walk per 9 I'm happy with. 6.4 win pitcher. Apotica, I might remove him from the playoff roster, honestly. Yeah. Apotica out, and I know who's going to replace him. Hold on. Sorry, the door was, being controlled by a ghost. Hamaguchi did get lucky. Matoyer is an option as an extreme ground ball. Who do I want? I'm going to go with Brian Matoyer to replace him. He's been a beast for us for years. Kevin Gossman will slot right in. Gossman, I guess, did okay. Not great. Not really good. But he did okay. And then a guy we picked off of waivers, Brandon Belak. He was awesome this year for us. Good ERA, good FIP, okay WHIP. Did everything I asked of him. It wasn't like he was super lucky. I'm real happy with Belak. Jabril Easley did very good in that reliever spot that we had him in at the end of the year. Tommy Gertner did Tommy Gertner things, meaning he wasn't that good. Dylan Floro, the most unlucky pitcher in baseball, 5.69 ERA, but a 3.51 FIP. Zach Rosscup, I picked him up out of free agency because I'm like, whoa, this guy's ratings are way too good to be here. And I was right. He did very good for us. Ryan Jensen was fine. Jacob Kostichak actually started a good amount of games. He was pretty good. Brian Matoyer, he did good this year. Again, Durbin Feltman, we pitched him a lot of high leverage situations, and he handled it pretty well. Devin Williams, in his time here, was a beast. 13 games, 2.02 ERA, a 0.67 FIP. Heck yeah. And then AJ Minter as our closer, did everything we wanted for him, an under 3 ERA at the end of the year. If you care, 32 saves and a 3.18 FIP, 1.27 WHIP. I'm happy with how he did for us. Then we look at the hitters. This is where it was super interesting because we had guys moving up and down, right? We had the Drew Romas of the world, who I did not end up bringing back up, as I stated earlier. Let's filter it by batting average to start. Whit Merrifield, he was an all-star this year, and yeah, he was an all-star this year. He hit awesome. He won the NL batting title. Super happy with how he did. Juan Soto, actually, let's sort it by WRC+. That's probably the best way to do it. Juan Soto, man, what a beast. What a signing right now, paying big dividends. 42 home runs, 330 batting average, 11112 OPS, great WRC+, an 8.4 win player. He was an absolute monster. Maybe he even increases in the offseason. Hoping, praying. Super happy with how he did. Zach Veen, he's got some back tightness right now. Day-to-day, It was too big of a situation for me to put him down. He was awesome this year. Super happy with how he did. 312 batting average, got on base a good amount, over a 1,000 OPS, 6-win player, ultimate base running was good. 8 triples, wow. He was also, actually no, he was not good in the field. He was okay to start. Odubel Herrera, he did good in the little bit he played. We talked about Whit Merrifield, a guy that flew under the radar this year with an 8.52 OPS. Ryan Vlade, 21 home runs. He developed into a pretty good first baseman. Solid WRC plus the WAR, 3-win player. I'll take that every day of the week. Andrew Pinter, he was a solid power hitter for us. Didn't do much else. But hey, hit for power, got on base pretty well. Over 2-win player, 2.5-win player. Happy with that. Mauricio Dubon, when he played, actually hit really, really well. Do I think he would have been able to hold it throughout the season? Probably not. But hey, I'm happy with how he did. No need to complain there. Reese McGuire, when he came in to catch, he did really good offensively. He's a team captain. Again, can't argue with how he did this year. The results don't lie. He was a good defender. Speaking of good defenders, though, JBJJR, Jackie Bradley Jr., really came out of nowhere offensively, especially to start. His offense by the end took a massive, consistent dip, but he did lift it up a little bit at the very tail end of the season. Overall, I'm happy with how he did. Offense was a little juiced this year in the game, but that's kind of to be expected with OOTP. That's been a thing for a few years. Ezekiel Tovar didn't do much offensively, was awesome defensively, and probably the best defender on the team. Byron Buxton, normal year, I'm okay with this for a center fielder, making $15 million. We got him for 1, 2, 3, 4 more seasons, $15 million. Like I said, 18 home runs, 107 games played, 2.58 batting average. Want him to get on base more. If he did, he would have been better. A good WAR. Stolen bases is another thing this team did, very solid. Vlade with 24, 22 Merrifield, Tovar 20-2, 12-1 for Buxton, 12 by Soto. Zach Veen, he struggled. He was not efficient stealing bases. 6 stolen bases, 10 times caught. But overall, I'm happy with how we did in that department as well. This team took a massive, massive leap. If you look at us team stats-wise, runs scored, second, batting average first in OPS, tied for third in home runs, fourth in stolen bases. Runs against, we were 9th. We were middle of the pack this year with pitching WAR, second. Defensive efficiency, it says we were last, but I don't care about defensive efficiency too much. I think it's kind of a bogus stat, along with errors, which, yeah, we were second. Errors, kind of a dumb stat. Not super dumb, but kind of dumb. Zone rating, though, we were middle of the pack, just above middle of the pack at 7th, so I'm happy with how we did there. The team, a massive improvement from 74 wins to 91 with a Pythagorean win-loss of 96 and 66. We have the playoffs where we are going to have a 3-game series against Miami. Super excited for that. I'll figure out how I'll format that series. But let's go, man. Making the playoffs, consistent improvements, what I wanted from the beginning, and finally it is paying dividends.